Hi everybody, I'm Alora and this is Iron Horse Homestead's YouTube channel. And today we're going to be talking about duckweed. So, what is duckweed? Duckweed is an aquatic plant. It has very shallow roots and it grows best in still or slow moving waters that get a lot of sunshine. And duckweed is a very valuable protein source for fish and fowl. So, fish love duckweed. A lot of fish farmers use duckweed as feed, and a lot of people that have, especially waterfowl, will use duckweed as feed. And as you know, this year we are pushing to be as self-sustaining as we can, as is reasonable, and that includes food independence. So I'm looking for anything that is low cost, that will grow in our area, and that's easy enough to grow, that I can add to supplement their feed, so I don't have to keep buying commercial feed because the prices are going up. I don't know what's in the feed. It just doesn't make any sense. So duckweed is one of those things. One of our big plans in the future is we are building a greenhouse. Kyle has been mapping it out on his CAD thing, and we've been collecting windows, and we're going to have a large greenhouse. In that greenhouse, we are going to have an aquaponics setup with tilapia. So duckweed is something that we can use for that system. It is nuts today. So not only is it high in protein, but it also helps clean up waste. So it will help keep the fish tanks clean while also feeding the fish. So it's wonderful for that. We are not there yet, so why do I have duckweed now? I have duckweed now because I have my chickens, I have my ducks, I have my geese, and I'm growing my geese pens because I am breeding the geese this year. So I really need to, and like chickens and ducks and geese, for me, it's kind of easier to start there sometimes with adding in food because, just because their nutrient requirements are a little bit easier for me to parse out on my own, besides like the Angora goats, which I'm still working on. But so anyway, and duckweed is really inexpensive to purchase and also possibly free, because if you can find some duckweed near you, you can scoop up a little bit and start your own colony. So what we have right here is I have a stock tank, and that is what I'm going to use. You may be asking, why do I not use the pond behind me? I may. Our pond is fully stocked, and I know we have a wide variety of fish in there. One of the things we have in there is catfish, which I plan on fishing for this year, and a lot of catfish farmers do use duckweed as feed. But one, I want to try to experiment too. Duckweed grows really fast. Like, it can almost double its size 24 to 48 hours. So I don't necessarily want it taking over the pond. Now, we do have algae growth towards the end of summer, and I've learned that duckweed can outcompete the algae for sunlight and nutrients. So it may be something that I add in late summer. And if it works really well, because if I can get the chickens and the goats, the chickens and the geese and the ducks eating it, then I'm going to attempt to dry it and powder it and add it into the alpacas, goats, and sheep's feed, because people have done that, and I often top dress with minerals and things, so, and you can replace some of their feed, and my Angora goats require a really high protein content in their feed because they are making low hair. So all this hinges on this one duckweed experiment, which I am so excited about. So anyway, duckweed does eat the nitrate waste from fish. So since I am not putting it in the pond, and I don't plan on adding fish to the stock tank, I just added some pond water in because it has fish poop in it. But also, nobody has said this in anything I've read, but I'm pretty sure, because some people do just grow it in an aquarium, like if they're feeding their regular fish, I guess, or if you're doing it on a smaller scale. But anyway, I'm guessing you could use like the nitrate stuff you get at like pet stores to balance your aquarium out before you add your fish. I assume you could use that as well because it's the same thing. But I just use pond water. So I have some fresh water, some pond water. It will be sitting in pretty much full sun. So the duckweed needs like at least a full 6 hours of sun, right? You get too hot, so I'll dry it out. And if it's shaded, it won't really reproduce very rapidly. So the other good thing about this is, even though it's a little bit heavy, with a little bit of assistance, if it is getting too much sun or too much shade, I can move it around and find my perfect spot. So, this will be today's video, and in 24 and 48 hours, I will be checking this and will hopefully have multiplied and grown, and then I will add more videos. If it hasn't, you'll probably never see this, because why would I post it? So, let's add the duckweed. This knot is very tight. I will speed up the video if I need to. Okay, hold please. Okay, finally got the bag untied. It's embarrassing. So, here's our duckweed. We're gonna see if I can angle you in here, guys. Let's see. Actually, maybe do it like this. There we go. That's an angle. Okay. So, I'm just gonna put it in here. I did read it kind of just goes dormant if it's too cold, so. But it's supposed to be super warm in the 70s the next couple days. Just hope I didn't jump the gun to season on this one. Okay. Duckweed is in the stock tank. We will check on it tomorrow and see how much it's grown. Hopefully it has. So apparently I believe the weatherman a little too much, and it has gotten really cold, a lot colder than it was supposed to get. So I think my duckweed is a flop. Yeah, so I think all my duckweed are dead, which is a bummer. So anyway, once it warms up for real, I will try this experiment again and see if it works that time. But that's homesteading. You fail, you try one more time. Give it a little bit of tweak. It's a lot of failing. Hey, I am trying duckweed, part 2, because this will be my second attempt. The first time, I really think it was just too cold. The temperatures were fluctuating too much, and I just tried it too early. I can't use the stock tank I tried the first time because it got crushed by the tree that fell on the deck and crushed the deck. So I had another stock tank, but it was leaking. So I'm just doing it in a regular old, like, tub. See, tub. I have it about halfway full, and I used rainwater from my rain catchment barrel back there behind me. And a little bit of regular water, a little bit of pond water too. Some people say to start with a 10-10-10 fertilizer, balanced fertilizer, to feed them a little bit. I'm hoping the pond water helps. Also, I just didn't have one on hand. So there's my duckweed. It's got little roots already. So I'm just gonna put it into, do you wanna see me put it in? Watch. All right, here's my duckweed. Let's get it in there, and fingers crossed. By all accounts, that should take and multiply. And if it does, then So anyway, if that takes and multiplies, I will have some high protein feed for my poultry and my fowl. That just goes towards any kind of supplementation that we can do this year. We're trying to do, so we're not buying as much feed. It's definitely warm enough for it now because, God, it's hot. So yeah, the second round of duckweed will come back in a few days. Hopefully it will have taken off. Okay, so I think this time the duckweed experiment was a success. Yay. And I actually do have another stock tank, so I think I might take some of these out and put it in the other stock tank and see if I can get 2 going. But yeah, it's working. It would probably go a little bit faster if I adjusted some things, so I might do that, but it's growing. We'll have to see how the ducks and the geese like it.